Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, terima kasih kepada siapa yang menyaksikan pada masa ini secara live. Kita ni menunggu kehadiran ketua agensi Salaam Travel bagi umrah tahun ini insya-Allah. Jadi masa ni kehadiran dia belum ramai, tapi ramai insya-Allah. Apapun persoalan yang akan ditujukan daya, jangan malu-malu, secara terbuka. Jadi buat masa ini semua perancangan telah pun dirancangkan, ada perancangan yang telah disusun atur oleh pihak Salaam Travel. Jadi mudah-mudahan kita ni punya perancangan ini akan berjalan dengan lancar, dan juga kita ni telah pun cuba memohon sudah melalui daripada pengarah pengajian bagi mendapatkan kebenaran daripada pihak Kementerian Pendidikan agar perkara ini dapat dimaklumkan awal dan tidak ada mendatangkan kita ni spekulasi akan datang. Jadi mudah-mudahan yang kita ni ada perancangan ini ada datangkan kebaikan pada diri kita ni. Baik. Ini baru pertama kali mencoba. Okey. Terima kasih kepada Bro Rosak yang bersusah payah untuk menyediakan secara live. Bagus juga, ada baiknya juga. Dan sepatutnya acara bermula pukul 1, tapi setakat ini baru datang. Jadi kalau siapa yang melihat pada masa ini, saya kiranya yang menyaksikan pada masa ini boleh memberikan apa-apa persoalan sementara kita menunggu waktu, ataupun mengajukan apapun permasalahan dapat kita kongsikan. Ini semestinya berkaitan tentang yang akan kita briefing, sebelum briefing inilah. Tapi kalau akan meminta motivasi, okey, insyaAllah kita akan cuba untuk memberikan maklum balas kepada semua yang menyaksikan. Okey. Macam mana? Ada lagi ada yang any comment? Any comment? Setakat tadi macam mana? Adakah yang menyaksikan pada waktu ini ada soalan-soalan yang akan kita ajukan kepada orang bagian Salaam Travel? Setakat yang diketahui, semua pengurusan dibuat oleh Salaam Travel semua. Maknanya daripada A to Z. Sebab itu perbelanjaan semua akan dimuatkan dalam satu package. Sebelum ini memang ada package yang diberikan, tapi bila dikenal pasti rupa-rupanya ini termasuk daripada perjalanan Brunei Hall ke daripada Brunei Hall sendiri ke airport, dan sudah nanti balik dari airport ke Brunei Hall. Maknanya sekarang ini yang difikirkan adalah dari A to Z tu semua melalui daripada package. Jadi lepas lagi kita ni fikir-fikir apa-apa, bila once ada pembayaran ataupun satu package yang ada, jadi kita ni datang saja dan pergi dengan cuma itu sudah. Maknanya semua telah disediakan oleh travel. Ini permulaan, baru kita ni memulakan perjalanan, insya-Allah mudah-mudahan dipermudahkan. Jadi di samping itu kita ni akan menunggu-nunggu ini ada baiknya kita ni kongsikan sedikit juga. Kalau kita ni melihat pada dengan ibadah umrah ni, satu perkara yang sunat sebenarnya digalakkan, baik juga, dan kan Nabi tahu adalah lebih baik kita ni menziarahi ada masjid, Masjidil Haram, Masjid Al-Aqsa sama Masjid Nabawi. Jadi ketiga-tiga ni adalah tempat yang baik diziarahi. Okey, satu. Keduanya, peluang untuk yang akan diberikan lebih-lebih lagi bagi pelajar-pelajar yang menuntut di kawasan United Kingdom dan juga Bagian Island, memandangkan bagi mengelakkan daripada perkara-perkara yang ingin berlaku. Umpama ada yang didapati yang cuba untuk memohon perjalanan secara persendirian mengikuti mana-mana travel. Kalau dilihat memang satu perkara yang baik pandangnya juga, tetapi perkara yang baik ini perlu lagi difikirkan. Kerana kalau kita ni pastikan keselamatan tu amat penting untuk kan kita ni laksanakan. Sebab tu pihak UPP mulai daripada berusaha bertukus lumus cuba mengusahakan secara yang terbaik agar perkara ini tidak ada timbul apa-apa pun permasalahan atau pencabaran dan sebagainya. Okey. Jadi untuk itu kita ni berehat seketika, insya-Allah setelah ada apa tu pihak-pihak tertentu yang hadir akan dimulakan seterusnya. Terima kasih. Tutup sudah? Belum.
Mr.
Yeah. Do I have to introduce the yeah. Alright, yeah. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Maybe first of all, I would like to say thanks to Mr. Mr. Haji. Yeah. Okay, from Salaam Travel. Okay, so this is going to represent about the Umrah, yeah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. So welcome.
Thank you.
And please introduce yourself and start your preparation. Right.
Assalamu alaikum. Rabbi shri sadri wasir li amri wa halul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Alhamdulillah, Ustad came to us wanting us to do a nice Umrah package, and now I'm here to brief you and you all on YouTube, on the internet, to understand what we will do, inshallah, in the Easter break next year. Inshallah, according to Ustad, we want to stay for about 10 nights in Mecca and Medina. 5 in Mecca, 5 in Medina, inshallah. We will travel, inshallah. I've got some seats for you on Gulf Airlines, which is very nice. That we can travel, inshallah. Hopefully, next time we can have another meeting if once everyone's booked, and we have a crowd. Ustad said we may have 70 to 100 of you coming, inshallah. So we can have 2 buses, and we can have, ziyarat in Mecca, ziyarat in Medina, that you can have, inshallah. We as Salaam Travel have had experience since 2003 taking groups to Hajj and Umrah. So, mashallah, I've had experience of almost 12 years taking the Hujjaj. This year also we took some Hujjaj to Hajj, and they were very happy, mashallah. And I think with Ustad's help and all of you, we can have a very good, successful Umrah, inshallah, and we can all understand the essence of Umrah. So then it's a stepping stone for Hajj, which is one of the pillars of Islam. I think now, since the 1990s, if you take the experience, and also if you okay, if you take the research that we do, mashallah, year by year we see that more and more young people are going for Hajj, and Umrah, inshallah, is the stepping stone for Hajj. So I think after the Umrah, you all are young, you all are still students, mashallah, but this is your ultimate goal, because Umrah is a small Hajj. Umrah is, you can do many Umrahs, but Hajj is once in a lifetime. So this is something that you have to aspire to, inshallah. And inshallah, we will try and give you the best experience. I don't know whether most of them have been to Umrah before, some of them have. So it will be a new experience for you. So Ustad is going, I'll be there to support you, to guide you. Inshallah, once you book, we are available 24/7. If you have questions, the best person is Ustad, mashallah, for religious questions. But if you have any logistical questions, you can always ask me. You can call me. I will be able to assist you and be there even before we go. Before we go, booked, maybe the turn of the year after January, we can have a few of these meetings to speak about the jurisprudence and how you do the Umrah, how you how you can make the best use of the time during Mecca and Medina, because in Mecca and Medina you get more sawab. So here, if you pray, you get one good deed. There you get 10,000 good deeds, mashallah. So every minute that you step in Mecca and Medina, it's going to be so much more sawab. It's like you're praying 10,000 times more, mashallah. So these are the things that you have to, take in the essence of how much, ibadah you can do in that 10 days. So we get prepared, you know exactly what to do. Ustad will be there, inshallah, will be there to support you. And when you go into Mecca and Medina, one thing, sisters and brothers, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time in other things. Here you can do a lot of things. You can watch TV, you can go talk to your friends, you can do lots of things. But when you're there, it's between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Use that time very wisely, inshallah. Right? So we will go, inshallah, somewhere in March 29th, 29th, 30th, around this time. Then we'll fly, inshallah. We're going to Medina first.
Medina.
Yes, we will stay for 5 nights there. Okay, in a 4 or 5-star hotel. Ustad wanted me to also provide some dinner for you too, not only lunch. So we will provide for the room. It's I'm flying to Mecca. Yes, I'll be there for a week, sorting out the logistics to get the contract sorted out for our company this year. So I'm flying tomorrow, inshallah, and coming back maybe Monday or Tuesday. So I'll be in Saudi Arabia. I will go speak to Roma Indonesia, see how we can provide for 100 packs, inshallah. This is what Ustad said. Maybe we'll have about 100 of you going. Alhamdulillah, it's a very good number, and I'm so happy to see that young people like you are and your time, but for the pleasure of Allah Ta'ala and nothing else. So, inshallah, in Medina, this is what I have planned. Maybe the plans might change, but presently I have planned for us to have our dinners there and breakfast in the hotels. Then once we've done our 5 days in Medina, very important, the Salat in Medina, you're there in Masjidul Nabawi. It's a very peaceful city. I love Medina Munawwara. Medina Munawwara is the place where Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam came to propagate Islam. Because Mecca, they didn't like him. They chased him away. So the Ansar, Medina Munawwara, they took him, embraced him, and it was the home of Sayyidina Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, most beloved, our most beloved Prophet, mashallah. You know, when you go there, always go and give salams to him, you know, because he is in our hearts.
Yeah.
He loves us more than anything else, you know. And every time I say to people, they don't go in. Most of you, if you have been to Medina Munawwara, you understand what I'm saying to you. It's a place of peace. And Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, we have to love him with all our heart. MashaAllah. After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to love him because he loves us, the ummah. You know, one of the hadith says is that when Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Hazrat Hussein and Hassan and Hussein, one in the neck and one in the mouth. Aisha alayhi salam, she was saying, "Oh dear father, why you do this? Why you are treating my 2 sons differently? Why are you kissing one in the neck and one in the mouth? Why you do this to them?" He said, then he goes close to her ear and he says, one will be martyred by his neck being slit, and one will be martyred by giving poison. And she says to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, you have two du'as, ask it, it's your grandsons. He said, no, these two du'as I leave for my ummah, That is how much Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam loves us, and this is how much we have to love him and be in Medina Munawwarah. It is from our heart, right? So these 5 days you spend, you give respect to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who is the best of mankind. There's no one like him in this world. We aspire to be like him, but there is no one who can be like him, because he's our beloved Prophet, mashallah. After 5 days, we will go to Mecca, do our Umrah. So what we'll do is we'll get into the state of Ihram. State of Ihram and Ihram clothing and the state of Ihram are two different things. People think if you put your two clothes, you're in the state of Ihram. No, it's just a cloth. It's just clothing. For sisters, you can wear anything. Any clothes that is clean, you can wear. For brothers, we'll wear two of cloth, yes, as Ihram. Yeah. This is the clothing of Ihram. Then we'll go to Birali. We'll take 2 buses, inshallah, and we go to Birali. There we will make Zuhr and Asr together, and then we will say Aniyah, and we say Labbaik Allahumma Labbaik Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak labbaik Allahumma labbaik labbaik la sharika laka labbaik innal hamda wan ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. So you repeat 3 times like this, and then you're in the state of Ihram. When you're in the state of Ihram, there are certain restrictions. Maybe to start, when we go through later on, we do practice sessions, inshallah, so that you are prepared. Umrah is very easy. Don't worry about it. It's very easy. Hajj is the most difficult one. It's very, very difficult, right? You have to be fit. So Umrah is the easy part. So we'll go through it, inshallah, in the next couple of meetings, inshallah, to insight into your Ihram. Then, when you're in the Ihram, you'll keep away to this city he loves the most. But he was very sad. Give it to yes. So we go in there. We'll check our hotels. Then you'll go and have a shower. No soap, no perfume, nothing. Once you're in the state of Ihram, just shower so that you refresh yourself, and then we'll all come down to the lobby, and we'll all go, inshallah, together to do our Umrah. Our Umrah, we will go in through the gates. There are some construction going on in the last 3, 4, 5 years now, but when we go, we'll go through one gate, inshallah, and down, keep walking. And when I tell you, when you can make any dua in the world, any dua you want from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he says he will kabul, inshallah. So I do something a little bit naughty. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the dua I ask him is every other dua that I make from now onwards, please kabul. So if he kabools that dua, then every dua, even if I'm in London, if I'm in Malaysia, if in Brunei, wherever in the world, inshallah, Allah has to do it. This is His promise. You know?
Yeah.
Right, Ustad?
Right.
So then after that we will go and we will start our Umrah. Umrah, if there is the Kaaba, you go 7 times round. Right? So there are 4 sides to the Kaaba, right? And there is the Hatim. That is the original Kaaba. So that is why you're not supposed to cross through it. Then if you cross through it, you don't complete one tawaf. Right? So you have to go around. So you go from one side, yes, you start, and you will say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar, and you will start. Times, because it's very difficult sometimes to go and touch black stone. Yes, so we'll start from there, from Hajar Aswad, and then you will do. So you will recite this Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. So many du'as we'll recite, inshallah. When you come to Hajar Yemeni, and the one corner before Hajar Aswad. When we come there, we will recite Rabbana Atina Fid Dunya Hasana wa Fil Akhirati Hasana wa Qina Adhaban Nar. From one side, the other we going and recite this. We come back to Hajar Aswad. We say Bismillah Allahu Akbar, Bismillah Allahu Akbar, Bismillah Allahu Akbar, and start again. 7 times like this. So once we finished and completed our 7 rounds of tawaf, then we will go. Normally we'll pray near Maqam Ibrahim, behind it. But if there is no space, if there is no, there is a lot of crowd, we can pray anywhere in the mosque. See, sisters and brothers, what I say to my Hujjaj when I take them, and when I take my Hujjaj even to Umrah, we as Muslims, there are some things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon us. I have to treat you as my own brother and sisters in Islam. What I want for me, I should want for you too. If I shouldn't be hurting you. So when we do in tawaf and when we do in sa'i, people will push, will shout, will do a lot of things. Just be calm. Be strong, but be calm. You don't need to push, you don't need to shout. This is not Islam. This is not akhlaq. I always say to my Hujjaj, sometimes when you go there, I'm sad to see the state of the Ummah. The Ummah is like this because we are like this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, you're khairu umman. You're the best of mankind. But because of the way we are, what we do, what we say, how we speak, how we act, we are worse than animals, unfortunately. When you go in the Kaaba, you will think to yourself, reflect, think and ponder. Allah says, think, reflect and ponder. Otherwise, you'll be summun, bukmun, umyun. You will be deaf, dumb and blind because we don't think. We strive, we struggle, we do everything. We don't think. If you look at the birds, the insects, how they get the risk. They don't fight, I have to do this, I have to do that. They have tawakkul, they have full trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, inshallah, we shouldn't push, we shouldn't shout, we should help our brothers and sisters who are doing Umrah, who are doing Hajj. Not be in a rush. Nothing. We are there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every act that we do is ibadah. And everything that we do is the intention. Your intention, if it's pure, if you have the right intention, and if you're doing it for the right reasons, that is also ibadah.
Yeah.
This is also ibadah, right?
Yeah.
So we have to think. We are going there to reflect, to ponder, to clean ourselves, to be better people. You know. So inshallah, we'll do our tawaf, and then once we pray 2 rakats.
Yes.
Then we will go
For Salah.
and we'll do water, some Zamzam water, right? We'll drink some Zamzam water, and then we'll go to Safa and Marwa. There's 2 places like this, 2 hills, right? So in Safa we start, and then we go to Marwa. So it's to Marwa is 1. Marwa to Safa 11 times we'll go. And the men, when there is green lights, 2 green lights, that's the ebb of the mountain, you will run. This is how Salaam, she ran because she could see her baby, right? So she's to run. When she come to the edge, she should run so that she can see him. You know. So inshallah, this is the acts that we do. So we will. That is our amal, inshallah, for Umrah.
Yeah.
And once we've done that, then we make dua. Ustad is there. He will lead us, inshallah, as the religious guide. And then we will go. The ladies will take a little bit of hair out. Others we can shave or trim. If you shave, you get more sawab. If you trim, you get less sawab, but you still get sawab. So once you do that, you are out of the state of ihram. So now you're not in the state of ihram. All your restrictions are gone. So you can have a shower, you can use your soap, you can use a shower gel, you can use shampoo, you can do whatever you want, right? So once we've done that, we're finished. Now in Medina, sorry, let me come back. In Medina, before we go, we will do take you on ziyarat one day. The morning we'll leave around 7:38 because we want to come back to Masjidul Nabawi for Salatul Zuhr. For Salatul Zuhr. So we will go in the morning. After breakfast, buses will come and we'll get in and we go, inshallah. First stop we do is Masjidul Quba. Okay? Masjidul Quba is if you're in Medina Munawwara and you take wuzu in the place where you're staying. Tura is for Umrah. So once you do that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to us that it is like doing one Umrah. You get the sawab of an Umrah. See how much Allah has given us the opportunity to have more sawab and sawab in Medina and Mecca.
Yeah.
After the Umrah, we will rest a bit and then we will go also in Mecca for ziyarat. Right? So in Medina, we will go to Quba, Qiblatain, Uhud, where, Hazrat Hamza, he was martyred, and all the shuhada is there. And if you really concentrate, you will feel the shuhada. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you're a shaheed, you're not dead, you're still alive. So even like when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when you go to give him salams, he is in his grave, but we believe that he's alive. He's there. He gives salam back to us. So we say, As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah, As-salatu wassalamu alayku ya Habibullah, and he will reply back to you. So inshallah, we have to take in all this. It's a lot when you go. If you are going for the first time, It's a lot of emotions, but inshallah, this will be a nice stepping stone for you for your Hajj and also your Ibadah, inshallah.
Yeah. Okay.
And once we finish in Mecca, we will come to Jeddah, and then we'll take our flight back to London Heathrow, inshallah.
So we can finish Umrah for just 1 day, yeah? So we have 4-day balance, right?
You have 4 days. 1 day we will do ziyarat,
Yeah.
and 3 days you're free.
So
You can go to the haram, pray all the time, do as much as possible. Go and do tawafs.
Right.
7 times what is tawaf for you? One tawaf, go round and round. Go and do as many tawaf as you can, because you get more and more sawab, inshallah. Don't rest. You can come here and rest. You try and use as much of the time in ibadah for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Okay.
So inshallah, I'll give it to start. If you have any questions, if there are anything that you want to ask me, please go ahead, and inshallah I'll try to answer to the best of my ability, inshallah.
So we can open to the baca saja. Izan. Let the audience ask. Yeah.
Yes.
First question: is it possible for us to only pay the visa and pay the hotel?
No, it is not possible, because what happens is it's a package. The Ministry of Hajj has a ruling. The ruling is we have to use, if we go and take the visa from the Ministry of Hajj, is an agent in Saudi Arabia. We use a very good agent. The owner of the agency in Saudi Arabia is Prince Faisal Al Saud. Right? Is the Hajij, is the best agency there that we use. That is our ground handler in Saudi Arabia. The rules and regulations of the Umrah is that whoever you take the visa from, you have to take the accommodation, transfers, included. It goes as a package, inshallah. So you can't. There are people in this country who do visa and ticket only, and then they'll go and get their hotels. But you are going as a group. You will be 70 to 100 people. So how many hotels are going to get, first of all? And it's not allowed. But if it's allowed, even then, you will have some people, I want to stay in Hilton, I want to stay here, I want to stay there. And so your 100 will be split into 5 or 6 hotels. So how do you logistically manage that? It's impossible. That's if it's allowed. But the rule book says from Saudi Arabia that it is not allowed. So when you take the accommodation, transfers and visa, all go hand in hand together.
Can I add? And also, once you start splitting all this ground arrangement and your tickets, flights and everything, you are not protected under ATOL regulations. A lot of people don't understand that. Yes, there are some agents who's doing that. They even don't realize that they are not protected under ATOL regulations in this country. So if there's any problem, nobody can help you. Yeah, because they are not being educated enough, that's why.
Yes, what Sister Hanani, who is also my partner at Salaam, what she's trying to explain is there is a licensing called ATOL. Okay, I spoke in the Parliament last week. We had a Hajj briefing with some lords and also people in the Parliament, the head of the British police, and lots of parliamentarians were there, and they're talking about fraud, about companies, about fraud. They're talking about how people are being hoodwinked on certain aspects of the Hajj. They're talking specifically about the Hajj, not the Umrah. And they were asking the elderly, one Hujjaj was there and he said, my mom was elderly and he was my one was for the fraud. I said to them, the sisters and brothers who were the Hujjaj were there, and also for the audience, that if you have some money, I'm giving you an example. If you have some money that you want to invest, you want to go into a bank, you want to go into a hedge fund, you want to go into investment fund, what will you do first? You will check if they're licensed. If you will check whether they have a physical office. You will check, these are the most important things that you have to check. You will go and check, you will go to your bank and put the money in, you will speak to someone. So these are the most important things. So similarly in travel, you have to check, are they at all registered? Are they IATA? And at all is a protection that is being done by the UK government, where if you get a package and something happens, either one of the supply chain breaks, and if you have no accommodation, or your flight, maybe the airline goes bust, right? They're liquidated. What happens? At all, the protection will then repatriate you from Saudi Arabia back to London. Now, if you buy the ticket on itself, if you buy the accommodation on itself, it's not covered by at all. So you have no protection whatsoever. Yes, you will have a travel insurance, but you have no protection whatsoever. So it's important to understand and be educated, because the education is the most important thing, right? We have to be educated. Some people out there in the market, there are people, and I'm sure sisters and brothers out there who are asking questions might think, oh, it is possible to do this way. Yes, you might save what? 30 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, you will save by trying to do that. But then the headache that you will go through, what's the point? You know, so you have to be careful, inshallah.
Second question, will we have to undergo vaccination?
There is a vaccination called meningitis ACWY. When you book, I will give you a booking form, and in that booking form, if you go to the P, you go and say that you're traveling in 5 months' time. So you have enough time. And this vaccination is valid for 3 years to 5 years. And 5 years, but 3 years is legal. And you get it for free because you're traveling. So otherwise you can go to any travel shop. It's about 20-30 pounds and you get it. It's not like the 20 or 30 pounds that you pay. It's your health. It's important, because what if you get meningitis? It's not trying to save 10, 15, 20 pounds or 30 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds. It's your health is more important than anything else.
Third question, how soon should we provide our passports for the visa?
You will provide the passports 1 month prior to your travel. 5 to 6 weeks prior to your travel, you will provide it. So I can get you the visa. If there are problems there, I don't say everyone should provide it, at that time. Maybe some people want to go, they are traveling, not all of them, but at least few, 5, 10, 15, 20 people. I can process your passports if you give me 3 weeks to 4 weeks, but I would rather have it early, so I process it, and 1 month prior to travel or 3 weeks prior to travel, I give you your passports, I give you your tickets, I give you everything. So you have all the whole pack 2-3 weeks before you go.
So is there
Inshallah.
any timeline actually?
The best is 4 to 6 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks.
That's what I'm looking at.
Alright.
Because I have to apply for your visa, and your visa is valid for 1 month. So I have to apply for your visa. So 3 weeks prior, I will get your visa issued.
Yeah.
Because it's not a straightforward process. I have to put all your and they give you number. Then I print out your forms and I take it with your passport and your photographs and your meningitis vaccination certificate to the Saudi embassy. And the Saudi embassy will then issue your visa, and then I can give you your passports back.
Fourth question: how much money should we prepare in terms of expenses?
For expenses, okay. What you pay,
including the visa and flight.
yes, we'll give you a package price. Okay. Once we give you a package price, that will include your flights, your visa, your accommodation, your transfers, your ziyarat, right? And also breakfast and dinner. Okay. Now, if you want to have something small, light during lunch, if you want to have some water, places they have homes, you can make it, or you can go to the supermarket. You know, Maggi noodles, you like this. So I do Zamzam, right? You have a bottle, you fill the Zamzam and you drink it. Right? So inshallah, you don't need much because most of this is provided. You won't have your lunch, and if you want to have, you know, some sweets, or you want to eat something that you see and you like, 100 pounds is enough for things. If you want to buy gifts, if you want to bring dates, you know, if you these things, then it's extra.
How about the luggage weight restriction?
Normally, the luggage weight is 30 kilos.
It is to be
Yeah.
That's a maximum.
maximum.
Maximum, including your Zamzam.
Yes, on the way back.
For Zamzam is just for one bottle.
One bottle, 5 liters, but within that, you can have your luggage plus the Zamzam. So, Zamzam water, 5-liter water is about 5 kilos. So, your luggage should be about 25 kilos. If you say 20 kilos is good, right? Travel light. Don't travel. Okay, Malaysia, Indonesia, normally Brunei. We don't. If you take Africa, for example, they will bring bags on their heads, like seen during Hajj. They take 60, 100 kilos, but travel light. The best is to travel light. The lighter you travel, the better it is.
Will you provide any medications like pills for women's problem?
Okay. The thing is, when you're going from here, you go to your GP, because all of you have GPs here, right? Okay. Go to your GP and say that you're traveling. And if you're under medication, if you need medication, tell them. They'll give you a prescription, right? In Saudi Arabia, you don't need prescription, right? You can go into any pharmacy and buy it. But we itself, as a travel company, will not give you medication because we are not authorized to give you medication, right? You self-medicate, or you go and get your doctor to prescribe you, and then you take the medication from here on a prescription and take it with you.
For the girls, do it 3 months before you travel. So that, because your doctor will give you the date when you should start taking the pills to make sure that within that 10 days that you are not having your periods.
You mentioned
No,
about
3 months. Do it now. Then they will advise, the doctor will advise you when you should start taking it. Because some pills start like 1 week before, some pills start like 1 month before. So you need to be able to, the doctor will be able to advise you.
You mentioned about travel insurance.
Mhm.
How can we like process it?
Sometimes your banks provide travel insurance when you have a bank account here. Check with your current account bank provider. Sometimes they will provide you. If not, it's about 20-30 pounds. I think you can get it. You just go on the internet on Google, put travel insurance, and you get it for a month. That's it. Best way to do it. But I think most banks, they provide now travel insurance.
Can you repeat about the vaccination just now?
This vaccination is called meningitis, ACWY.
Is it ACWNY or the
ACWY, that's the strain
Oh,
of the vaccination.
how about the ihram? How can
Ihram, we can,
I think it's better for
for us?
for you.
okay, what we do with the ihram, because we are going to Medina first.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see how many boys are there.
Alright.
And I can go and just buy the ihram.
It's quite cheap.
It's about 50, 60 riyals.
Yeah.
We don't buy it from here because here it's about 15-20 pounds. We go to Central London Mosque, ICC UK Mosque.
Yes.
It's about 15-20 pounds.
15, yeah. We don't
There,
have to buy
a
it.
very nice ihram is about between 40 to 60 riyals.
So it's
right.
about 10.
And what I do normally is I of course I buy a ihram, I wear it. Once I finish my umrah, I give it to the poor, and I come back.
We
Right.
don't have to take it
So
back,
if you don't need to, but if some of you may like to keep it as, because it's your first umrah, you want to keep it,
yeah. Exactly.
alhamdulillah, you can bring it back, inshallah.
Any other
So,
questions?
any questions? Yes. Yes.
Sorry about the passport. When is it again that we can collect them, or where? After
Once you see, when if you give it to me about 5-6 weeks prior, we will intend to give it back at least 2 to 3 weeks prior to your travel. So you will have it. I will keep it for a week, 2 weeks. You will not have your passport, right?
If you have plans during that time,
Let
speak
us
to
know.
us.
Okay.
They
It's
will
not
try to sort something
it's
out
not a
for you.
big issue.
It's not a big issue.
I can get the visa processed in 3-4 days to a week. That's how much. But we have 100 people here, so I need to ensure that everything is in order. Take all the passports together, things like this. So in that instance, that is why I asked for that kind of. But within a week, 10 days maximum, I have everything processed from the time that you give it to the time that I can give it back to you.
So that's mean you can collect all the passport here by next year.
Yes,
Isn't it?
yes. So if we are going on the 29th of March, we can do it somewhere on the end of April, end of February. 20th, 22nd February, something like this. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sister.
What about for those coming from Brunei and wishing to join Umrah from London? Like, how long would they need to be here
Okay.
before Umrah?
The thing is, you can't come in and go from here on a visitor visa. If you have a student visa, then yes. If you are a resident in this country, then yes. If you have a visa for more than 6 months, then I can get your visa. If not, I can't get your visa from London. If you get a visa from Brunei, Umrah visa, and you come here and join us, I can take you. I will do everything else except for the visa, because that is a restriction that I have, because I can get a visa only for residents of the UK. Okay, I can't even get it for Ireland now. Before I could get it for Ireland and the UK, but now there's a Saudi embassy in Ireland, so hence the visa has to, the Irish have to get it from Saudi embassy in Ireland. So I can get it only for the UK. Okay.
About the exchanging the money,
Yes.
the currency, when should we do it?
I think the best is you can take the money there if you want to and change it there. But what I do normally is I have a bank account debit card. I pull the money out there. When I need it, I pull it out. Yes, there is a small percentage charge, but it's very marginal, in a sense that even if you take cash and you change it to taking it out, maybe you lose £1 or £2, but then you are not having the risk of losing sometimes the money that you take. At least you have your card, you pull it when you want. So this is my advice.
If you like some cash, just change like 100 riyal, 200 riyal first. And then bring your debit card. There's an ATM everywhere there.
Even in the airports, there are so many ATMs. But
ATM.
try to take a few riyals.
A few hundred, couple of hundred riyals.
Just for emergency.
Just until you get to the next and settle in the
Hotel.
hotels and know the way around you.
Because from the time that you land in Medina to the time that you get to the hotel, you will get there, from the airport to the hotel is 15 minutes, right? To Madinah Munawwara. So you'll be there within a couple of hours, 2-3 hours maximum.
What sort of like documents or acknowledgements would like the people from Brunei who wish to join Umrah need for them to do the visa in Brunei?
The same documents that they will need. They have to speak to a travel agency there. What you'll need is just a passport and 2 photographs and meningitis vaccination certificate. Now, once you have that, then they can get their visas processed in Brunei. And once it's processed and they have a visa, we have to ensure that they get the visa 1 month before you go. So technically under the month, because the visa is normally valid for 30 days. So if they go get a visa early in January and they come, then it will be already void because expired. So they have to get a visa within the 30 days of our travel. So that has to be very important. You have to communicate that message to them. Yeah.
So will they need anything from Salaam Travel to give to the?
If they want something from us, saying that they have accommodation, they have transfers, they have everything else from us, I can do that for you. I'll put it on one of my letterheads and give it to you. No problem.
We had our meningitis vaccination during last September. Do we have to take it again?
No.
Okay.
You're fine with that. That is a meningitis vaccination is valid for 3 years. And after 3 years, you can go to the doctors, your GP, and get a booster. Then it's valid for 5 years.
Do you still have the certificate?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's fine.
Yeah.
Some of the participants, she likes to stay with her brother. Is that possible? Just like mahram.
Yes. Yes. If Ustad was saying that some participants they have sisters and brothers. So if that's the case, they can get a double room and they can stay. Yeah, as long as they're mahram, they can stay. Otherwise, the ladies will stay with ladies, men will stay with men. I would advise that you have a double occupancy room. Always is better, less hassle, and yes, it's a little bit more dearer, but it's much better because the rooms in Mecca are small. In Medina, they are bigger. So these are logistical issues that you will face there. So this is my advice to you. Up to you. You can travel according to your financial ability. But I always advise my passengers, my Ujaj, to go double occupancy much better. Yeah, we'll have double, triple, and quad rooms, inshallah. Ustad will give that to you, inshallah. So this is the situation for your accommodation, Mecca.
Is there any questions?
Any more questions? Okay. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum.
So, I will let this chair okay, for representing all these things and
No problem.
try to answer all these questions. And hopefully it's going to be
We are available if anybody would like to speak to us at any day.
We are available. I'll give you
You can call us, me or Gafar.